We've got a number of things to talk about, so let's go straight over to the Sun's brilliant TV critic, Ali Ross. Hi, Ali.
Hi, Kev. How you doing? You're looking foxy tonight.
Thank you very, thank you very much. I also, I hope you like my new woke persona. I'm trying to get with the programme, you know, and join the crowd and be very, very woke. So I was furious. To see that Super Bowl crowd, that ungrateful Super Bowl crowd in New Orleans yesterday, cheering the unwoke president, Donald Trump, cheering him, cheering it to the rooftops. And then when they switched the camera to wonderful, woke, left-wing, liberal Hollywood Taylor Swift, the entire crowd broke out into boos. What? She went, oh, what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on is you, Taylor, don't understand the American people, and that guy Donald Trump does, right? The kind of wokery that she stands for is being brilliantly stamped out by that guy, right?
Yeah, the best thing about him is, and the main reason to vote for him, I think, is he annoys exactly the right people. They cannot control their fury. And very occasionally on television, because it's so controlled and the people who appear on it are very carefully selected, real life does intrude. And it's mainly at football matches when you hear them chanting the most hilariously inappropriate things at 3 in the afternoon on a Sunday. But and there you have another classic example of it, with people being taken aback that a country that voted in record numbers for this guy are cheering him, but it's still a shock to them. He's still a threat to democracy, despite winning an election.
Like all those showbiz people like Taylor Swift and Robert De Niro. But we told you to vote for the Democrats. It's just idiots.
It's fantastic, isn't it? They don't do as actors tell them,
yeah.
And it's a terrible shock to the dressing up box community that the populace just doesn't dance to their tune. And it's rather wonderful.
It's great. It's great to watch, and of course Donald Trump tweeting that Taylor Swift had a terrible night. They were cheering me, and booing her. MAGA is very unforgiving.
People are also struggling to come to terms with a politician who's done exactly what he said he'd do. It's blown people's minds.
I know.
All the stuff he said in the election, well, he's acted upon it.
Yeah, exactly right. And he's completely destabilised our government over here, and indeed sort of lefty governments around the world, because he's doing actually what people want. We don't want any more of this crazy wokery. Hey, I've just put on a dress, and even though I've got a beard, I'm a woman because I identify as a woman. It's like ordinary people going, no, you're not. And yet governments say to us, oh, no, it is a woman. It is a woman. No, it's not.
This is the backlash to it. And it started in America, and what starts in America eventually finds its way over here. And it's kind of frustrating that it's taking its time to get over here. But the longer it takes, the greater the backlash. And when it comes, it's going to be beautiful to behold, Kit.
Yeah, it's already beautiful to behold in America. And when it comes here, it's just going to be fantastic. Apropos of nothing, we're going to play a bit of footage of Donald Trump on Air Force One making his way to the Super Bowl, commenting on the new names he has for various seas and regions. So take it away, Donald.
Air Force One is currently in international waters for the first time in history, flying over the recently renamed Gulf of America. Please enjoy the flight, and we are now about to head westbound to Super Bowl 59.
Wow, yeah. He did that well. Make America great again, right? That's what we care about. Okay, here we go.
Do you know what, Ali? It's just another. There goes another executive order. This is a guy. He's the only guy in the world who can break off halfway through his signature and then resume it later. He's written a blizzard. He's signed a blizzard of executive orders, but he could have signed a lot more if his signature didn't take 3.5 hours to complete. It's the longest signature I've ever seen. It's quite good.
It should be carved in marble, that thing. It's a thing of beauty, isn't it?
It isn't a good-looking signature, but boy, it takes...
Say what you like about the guy.
He's got a hell of
nice handwriting.
He's got a hell of a signature. What he's doing is fantastic. Let's move on to more wokery, really, before we get to the break, because I want to bring you back after this. Your column this week, folks, every Friday in the Sun, Ali Ross, don't miss it. Best column of the week in any paper. It really is great. On Friday, you wrote about a programme that I've had the misfortune to watch a bit of. It's Channel 4. And it's called Go Back to Where You Came From. And the premise is they get some right-wing people, some rather extreme...
It does cheap and nasty programmes like this, which are basically there to humiliate poor working-class people. They've taken the lowest common denominator, although a couple of them come... Actually, there's a guy called Dave, comes across really well in it. But they've been held up as the antithesis of what Channel 4 stands for. So they must go through this process of re-education as they see it and say, I've got it so wrong. My heart bleeds for these poor illegals coming to Britain. I now know what they suffer. It's a fait accompli, and it should be avoided at all costs by your viewers, Kevin.
In essence, I bet you everyone who's in this programme, I know one of them, Chloe Dodds, who comes onto the show sometimes. In essence, I think that Channel 4 would have established that their token right-wingers who are against the migrants coming here are the kind of people who at the end will say, I was wrong. We shouldn't send them back to Mogadishu. So if it was someone like me, who I said, I still think we should send them back there. I don't really care what their country's like. If they broke our law,
Douglas Murray onto this show, are they?
Yeah. You see, I don't really give a toss about their fate. I suppose I wouldn't get a job on that, and nor would Douglas Murray.
No, the irony is they've got two people there who are pro-immigration, and one of them's this monster called Bushra Sheikh, who you
she's
probably
an
don't
anti-Semite,
remember.
isn't she?
She's a nasty anti-Semite. It's the second one to come out of The Apprentice. And you think, well, one's unfortunate, two, it's a pattern starting to emerge here. And she's posted some hideous things on Twitter. The only bona fide bigot is her, and she's meant to be pushing the case for pro-immigration.
They're always the worst, aren't they?
Channel 4 either didn't do their homework on this girl, which is horrifically unprofessional, or they did and they've put her on deliberately because they actually haven't got a problem with the stuff she's been posting on social media about Israel, which is utterly toxic.
Yeah, it's extremely problematical what she's posted about Israel and about Jewish people. I think it is fair to say...
She described people from Britain who emigrate to Israel as lying scumbags, and Israel is a European problem that needs to be sent back to Europe. Well, in actual fact, the Jewish diaspora came from all over the world to perform aliyah. I mean, they had to move out of many Muslim countries because they were at imminent risk of being killed by people like Bushra Sheikh.
Anyway, we don't recommend Go Back to Where You Came From.
Please don't watch it.
Classic piece of left-wing, liberal, nonsensical, woke crap from the idiots who work in British television. And most of the idiots who work in British television work at Channel 4, which is really unfair to the enormous amount of idiots who work at the BBC and ITV as well.
I was going to say, they're fairly equally spread between our two states.
I'm not being fair there, am I? They're all idiots.
Not at all, Kevin.
Listen, when we come back, we are going to discuss... I think we'll have another look at Donald Trump and his attitude to Meghan and Harry. Great stuff there, Donald, yet again. Also, I want to talk about cancel culture. It looks like old Gino DeCampo is the new Greg Wallace, guilty of being a white middle-aged bloke on telly. We can't have that.